Hello everybody and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. I'm going to do the audio form again this time. Really kind of getting used to it. It's got like a clear thing coming out more and more. I work with it. And I want to do a review from here. Yeah, I could do the whole video thing. Maybe I will go back to that sooner or later on sometimes. But I want to see how the audio thing keeps going off first to see what impact does it have when actually doing this review. I've already spoken this before. I did on my last Impact Wrestling review when they went to Pursuit TV and Twitch, and I did on my SmackDown review the other day. So it's a little bit different and everything, but I like to test things out and just see what goes with the flow and see how we can work with it from there. But Impact Wrestling going on tonight, once again, still from the Asylum in Nashville, Tennessee. I believe it's the last one before they move on to the Mexico tapings next week, and there was a lot going on in the show when watching it. Yeah, I know it comes on Friday nights and everything, but I decided to review it on Saturday. I could have reviewed it right after, but I was a little tired during that time and a lot of stuff going on. But kicking off with Impact Wrestling, it was KM versus Caleb Conley. I didn't even know Caleb Conley was actually still in the company because I didn't know what happened kind of once the Homecoming pay-per-view came around. I know it was buddy Trevor Lee is gone. We all know where he's at. He has signed a contract with WWE, so that's already confirmed. I kind of figured that was going since the last time we saw him on here. But there wasn't much to say about this match, as this match was pretty much kind of getting into anything. Brian Cage was pretty much in the back, beating up a whole bunch of backstage guys looking for, Johnny Impact. Where was he? Where is he at? He wanted him because he was promised a title shot last week, and he pretty much came on a rampage then, coming down to the ring, and he pretty much started kicking the shit out of everyone, okay? Throwing Conley around, throwing KM around, and, pretty much caused into a DQ then, knocking Conley out of the ring, hit him with a German suplex, followed by, even tried to make a save at one point, but he was also thrown. He went to the turnbuckle, then got powerbombed off the turnbuckle, pretty much went to the entrance ramp, and took down KM with an F5. Then he pretty much started beating up the referee, the Johnny Bravo guy, as they say, the real small dude. And next thing you know, takes him out with a lariat and then a drill claw, demanding Johnny Cage come out. Pretty much that, all these people's blood is on his hands, all the carnage and stuff. And he demanded his title shot, and pretty much you're going to put it against me on the line tonight, because he pretty much found out that he's going to be putting on the line against Killer Cross next week when they go to Mexico and stuff, and he's pretty pissed about that, so he wanted his title shot now, and it was a bunch of bullshit that he's not getting it. Johnny Impact then came out, and before anything, he could even say anything, Killer Cross hits him with the cross jacket. Moose is there by, the side, beating him up still. They pretty much beat the living hell out of Johnny Impact, choking him out, and pretty much Cage, I guess he pretty much picked the bones of him, pretty much, picked the leftovers of Johnny Impact as he was just still on the ground. He was going to pretty much put him in the ring. I guess he was going to do a drill claw or an F5, but Moose and Cross came back and speared him and hit a Doomsday Saito suplex on Cage, pretty much leaving him there too. So pretty much Johnny Impact is a giant target on his back right now. Cage was great here. The people did chant next world champ, because they do believe he was screwed out of the championship at Homecoming, which is rightfully so. He was screwed. So the fans have now really connected with Cage and pretty much look at him as a face, and Johnny is the heel as they boo him. And they even like Cross and Moose still out there beating him up too, even though they're heels also. So yeah, it was pretty much kick the shit out of Johnny right here. That's what it was, kicking the crap out of him. But as they pretty much, was checking on him, he said he didn't need no tape and everything. He only wants that world title from him. But later tonight, he was going to go against one-on-one with Moose, so get ready for that. Eli Drake was out there commentary, as there was about to be a match with Ethan Page and Eddie Edwards. This match was, I can't say it was nothing to, talk about. Drake pretty much talking out both Eddie Edwards as, why is he trying to be this hardcore? They're doing this whole hardcore thing still, and this guy was, this guy was a tag team specialist. He was with the Wolves and stuff, and, talking about Kenny, which pretty much this match ended in a DQ once Eddie Edwards got the kendo stick, and Eli Drake goes on to say he killed Kenny like South Park. But I don't see where this feud is going with some hardcore feud, because next Eli Drake's getting out of his seat and he says you're gonna be fat and out of shape like Tommy Dreamer right now, and you were once a multi-time X Division tag team and even a world champion before this whole hardcore whatever you're trying to do right now and stuff. And you need to bring back the green tights. You need to be back to regular Eddie Edwards, not this hardcore loser. Which, some tell me Dreamer or probably Raven will show up, because Raven made like one-off appearance on TV and just held his arms up and everything. We didn't really see what happened after that, other than him shown in the mental hospital and everything. So I don't know what's coming from this in this feud with both of them. They really need something better going on right now. I'll give Eddie Edwards one thing. I've said it before. Like, he really is committed to this whole hardcore character, because I've said it before. The guy was bland as shit when he was regular Eddie Edwards, and that's why I never saw why he was the world champion last time. He was like one of those, one out of nowhere things. I just didn't think he sounded that good on the mic, or at least he had some personality into, going in this whole crazy hardcore guy after the whole Sami Callihan baseball bat thing. Eli Drake, he just deserves something better, anything better. I really do believe that. I'm still think this guy is owed another title shot, or at least get this man back talking into the world title picture, or something going on right now. I'm not sure where they're going with him with this. So I'm not sure how this angle's gonna work. They did the whole GFW network thing. It went too long, if you ask me. I don't know. It was some with CM Punk and Abyss and all of them back in the Asylum days, and Raven. But next thing you know, they went to OVE, Sami Callihan, as he pretty much told Rich Swann to come home to Ohio, which I'm still not understanding where this is going. And, Jay Chris was mimicking him, and even pretty much Sami looked at him like, open your jacket. Open your jacket, and just, they're wearing the same clothes and stuff. Callihan then pretty much says, tonight your main event is OVE and LAX. So about the feud of 2017, they said. The longest running one. And pretty much talking about Conan saying, you bring your family, I bring my family. So it's going to be everything, everything's getting taken over tonight by OVE. So they were going to be calling the shots, according to them. Next thing you know, Dark Alley went against Jordan Grace. I swear Jordan Grace killed this girl, because first the lights started going out. Grace pretty much hit a wicked German suplex on him, which looked pretty fucking cool, I'll say that. I will say I'm getting more impressed by this girl. Pretty much Su Yung tried to go with the distraction for one point, but Grace kind of, I think she no-sold a splash. Allie's going to go for the cold breaker, but Jordan Grace hit it with a Michinoku driver. Pretty much looked around and left after that, her and Kiera Hogan, as they were out there. So I don't think they're going to keep Jordan Grace in this whole undead thing going on right now. Maybe Kiera Hogan too if they moved her on. Su Yung was about to help Allie out, but the lights went out. Rosemary shows up. The people chanted Rosemary several times. And they don't know what happened to Su Yung right there. Allie did not go for her hand. She just looked at it and went away. As, Rosemary was kind of pissed, I guess, that the bunny has left her. So I really don't know how long this thing is going to keep going on. Like I said before, this is going to be Rosemary trying to get the old Allie back and bring her away from the darkness and stuff. So I'm still trying to see where all 3 or 4 of these people in this thing is going. So I'm still trying to understand that. Next, the Scarlett Bordeaux, the talent search. She pretty much said who she was going to pick. And she talked about all these people that sent in videos and all the talent, that they are the winner and who's going to be. They have all this, presence. They got the skill set, all that. Pretty much she picked herself. And she said she's the most over knockout. I haven't even wrestled yet. But next week, I guess allegedly she's going to be wrestling soon. Listen, this was a fucking waste of time. They didn't really have a... I don't know what this thing was. I was interested in this whole talent search thing because I think she was probably going to be managing somebody, and I think something actually was going to come from this. But I guess, with her being an egomaniac here, she just picked herself, which is almost like a cop-out in a way, because what's the point of having all those people sending these fan videos? Yeah, they look fucking silly and stuff, but, they just had her, go around messing with talent, mostly a lot of tag team undercard guys just walking, talking to him, and just kind of playing with their minds and stuff, but never picked anything. Some people rumored it was going to be Trevor Lee, but we all, like I said, for Trevor Lee is in NXT, where he's going. Expect him to show up at the takeover this weekend in the crowd, like they always do. But, yeah, I think it's going to be next week anyways, but I think they said it was going to be rumored, which would have worked, because he really needed it when he was in Impact, but, they let this thing drag out too long. That was the problem. Been doing this talent search thing since, during the summer of last year, I believe? Maybe around August, September. I thought it would have been done in Bound for Glory, but it still continued to drag. It continued to drag. It dragged into Vegas, and it just didn't really go nowhere with the whole Scarlett Bordeaux thing. So, I've never seen the girl wrestle. I don't know what she's like in the ring. Maybe I need to go look it up, see some videos of her wrestle. I don't know. I don't know if she's even that good in the ring in that. Like, I was interested to where this whole talent search is going. Okay, maybe this can elevate somebody, but it did. I just think they didn't have an idea. Maybe it was Trevor Lee. I don't know, but it looked like the whole plan's derailed, and it's like, hey, let's just make it her. Let's make it her. So, in a way, it's a little bit disappointing and almost like a waste of time. I felt like it went on too long. Then when we get to the pick, doesn't even have a pick then. So, it's kind of fucked up when you think about it. Next, Moose came out to go against Cage. This was a good match, I will say that. I get tired of, Moose hitting his hand into the chopping ring post and at the misses, because a lot of this was focused on the outside of the crowd going on, mostly targeting Cage's knee and stuff as he was just picking. Picking the leg off and everything of him. But this was a pretty good match, though. I will say that both guys kind of went back and forth, until, I think Moose hit that go to hell thing, the sky high thing. And like he told the referee, get your skinny ass back in here and count him out and stuff. But it ended with Moose going to the timekeeper's area, taking a chair, was going to hit him. And everything, but he missed. He hit his hand, and I think he hurt his hand there. I think he said his hand was injured. Cage pretty much hit him with a drill claw for the win. So a pretty good match with both of these guys. Really good, to be honest. Actually, really good match. So, Cage getting some payback from earlier tonight after, Moose attacked him, but a really good match. They talked to Taya Valkyrie, I guess in an audio thing or on the phone or something, that she will be back next week in Mexico and that she'll be medically cleared to wrestle after the whole Killer Cross attack, even though she landed on 10 people. But she talked about the whole win with Gail Kim counting, and she says that Tessa's bullied people for months. And he says, we'll have a match in Mexico. Come on, next week. Come on, let's go. We'll go to where La Guerra Loca was born, okay? Let's do this. Come on. Let's she just pretty much said we're going to do another title shot next week. Killer Cross had a promo, on a cinematic promo, talking about Johnny Impact, talking about if he cares about his wife, and that I guess he's going to be the next world champion. He says, I don't know why they're pushing the world championship match right now. I know they got a feud, and this guy's trying to manipulate his mind, but why is he getting a title shot next week when I think about it? Yeah, he's beat him and everything, but you could wait on that or save it for a pay-per-view or just keep building the matchup. Don't do it next week in Mexico unless some cop-out and, a DQ thing happens or something happens that the match just happens. Or Cage will probably come out and interfere that the match does not happen and he attacks again and he wants his title shot. So that may be the case when you think about it. So just throwing some ideas out there right now. But going on from that, we then went to Mackenzie Mitchell, which I believe she's gone from the company to what I've heard, if I'm correct. She said something on Twitter about it. I heard it from a few people, but I believe she may be gone from the company, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that may be true. But she interviewed Tessa Blanchard. Tessa pretty much was pissed about Gail Kim costing her the title, and then pretty much dared Mackenzie to hit her. Mackenzie left. Pretty much starts taking one of the production women and choking them out with her headset, choking her big time, punches some other production dude. Gail tried to save the production person and, pulled her off, and and everything, but Tessa knocked to the ground, say, this is all your fault. You cost me my title. She had a wrench. Gail pretty much took her down, attacked her then. But Tessa then hit her with a trash can lid, and then pretty much threw her into a fence, choking her out with some power cord. And then, Sanjay Dutton then pretty much had to pull her off, telling her to calm down, as Tessa was trying to pretty much kill Gail Kim out there, which was really great because, Tessa's pretty much pissed now about her title being gone, which, like I said, it's almost shifted away from Taya having a title right now. And we know this is building up into a Gail Kim versus Tessa Blanchard match, which should be fucking awesome. I can tell you that right now. And this was a great segment right here. Pretty good, a really great brawl with Tessa Blanchard being pissed the fuck off that her title is gone. And this is all Gail Kim's fault, and she will do anything to pretty much take out Gail Kim. So that's going to be a badass match when it happens. And they're building it really great. Because next, Scott D'Amore and Sanjay Dutt pretty much tell her, what are you doing? You can't keep putting your hands on Impact management and everything. And it says, management shouldn't put their hands on me first. Okay, it was Gail Kim. She did it first. She cost me my belt. I did what was deserved. Tessa pretty much pissed in, and D'Amore said, that's enough. You're not being a professional, so you know what? You're suspended, cool off, get out, and we'll see what goes on from there. But I expect her to be back in Mexico or for next week's tapings or whenever. But she's still coming after Gail Kim, and that's going to be really great. I can tell you that right now. They had one of those, was it the Rascals, which they look like it's in that 70s show being high. Was it Trey Miguel talked about how Desmond Xavier and what the fuck's the other guy's name? It's Trey Miguel, Desmond Xavier, and what the hell's the third guy's name? I'm trying to remember because he sits there and gets high with him too. Fuck, I don't even remember his name. I'm sorry if I don't remember his name, but I'm trying to see Zachary Wentz. That's his name, Zachary Wentz. Since they were act like it's that 70s show and the audible laughs and everything. But Rich Swann went against Miguel. Pretty much spot fest. Actually, really good match though. I will say too, really enjoyable. Both guys were over. The crowd was with both of them, so very enjoyable match. I will say. Swann picking up the win after he kicked him in the head and then hit him with a 450 splash. But next thing you know, OVE comes out and they pretty much look at Rich Swann and everything. Jake Chris pretty much pulls out an OVE shirt and gives it to Rich Swann. Rich Swann looks at it, which somebody even says, I said this last week too, he's from Baltimore, so I still don't get why with Rich Swann or whatever history they're doing, why the hell would he be in OVE? He just doesn't even fit it, okay? Like, come on. Why would he even join these guys? I don't know what the history is, but there's like some dude sitting in the crowd, like I said last week, Rich Swann from Baltimore. When the fuck was he ever from Ohio? This shit don't make no sense to me. I don't get that. Like, I get they're trying to join. Besides, the Mac didn't come out and interfere again. But that's why I said they didn't even, I still don't know where this is going with them trying to make him join OVE. So that's still strange to me. As then Swann's just contemplating, should I join him? Should I join them? I don't know where this is going. LAX then went against OVE. This match was just fucking great, okay? Every time you put these two teams in the ring, they always pull out all the stops. Like, come on. They did a freaking superplex powerbomb OVE did on Santana, which just looked insane. Hell, Ortiz and Santana, holy shit, what? I'll tell you, man, so you gotta watch all these spots to keep up, or else you won't see what's happening, but dude, the double team moves they pull is insane. Okay, it's crazy. All right, like it's just insane out there. I'm trying to see what else was in this match. That was a crazy spot other than the double super kicks and them jumping off of each other. I had like poetry in motion, but just some insane spots both of these guys do out here because they pretty much beat Jake with some. It was like big double team moves and a. I don't think it was a street sweeper they won, but I think it was somebody said it was a Thunder Valley or something. But it was still a great match. LAX mostly beats OVE all the time, I feel like, nowadays. They should have saved that for a pay-per-view, because why would you throw these two teams out there? But, come on, the crowd loved it, okay? They were with LAX and OVE, and it was an insane match. But pretty much LAX won. They headed to the back. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix were there, celebrate, shake hands and everything, great job and everything out there. But then next, Ortiz saying, no, matter of fact, yo, you guys want an ass whooping? Let us know. Conan pretty much gets pissed and he says, what are you doing? And then the show closes out after that. So this LAX and Lucha Brothers thing is not over. I expect a second match, and I expect it to be more badass than the last one. Maybe they will save it for a pay-per-view. Most likely the pay-per-view. I don't know what their next pay-per-view is. So the only pay-per-view I can really think of right now is Slammiversary, but that's not till June. Unless they do another Redemption in April, then I'm fine with that also. But we will probably see another LAX versus Lucha Brothers, number 2, and then Ortiz just throwing out there like, hey man, y'all want to get your asses kicked again? Come on, we right here. So the last thing was about respect, and everyone was on the same playing field after the first one. But now this may be a blood feud or something for the titles, and Conan trying to keep everything together, keep the family together, because we know he manages LAX here in Impact. We know he has managed Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix and MLW and stuff. So don't know where a lot of this is going, but kind of know where this is going, but I'm still interested to see where this feud continues into. Both, like I said, both teams are just fucking great. They still had a badass match at Homecoming, which people loved, and I'm sure they are going to have another great match when it comes, maybe in Mexico next week, or maybe, like I said, until another pay-per-view. But Ortiz throwing out a shot right there, and Conan being pissed of what was going on. But actually, a really good episode of Impact tonight, I will say that. I did enjoy the show. I did like the beginning segment a lot. I like the LAX versus OVE. Disappointed in the whole Scarlett Bordeaux thing, just her picking herself. That just felt like a fucking waste of everyone's time. Still trying to see where Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake is going into all this. Tessa Blanchard kicking the shit out of everybody, being pissed, was a really great segment also. I did enjoy that. Swan and Miguel had a pretty good match out there, so that was pretty good too. So and Cage versus Moose is really good. So an actually solid episode of Impact tonight, I will say that. But like I said before, I've said last week, I don't know where the ratings are on all of this. I don't know if the ratings are being showed on any type of thing. Like I said, Pursuit Channel, I believe Anthem owns them, like I've said before. Like I said, the Twitch feed in them is very different, because I've checked, like I said last week before, it's like the Pursuit Channel one is a little bit faster when you watch it on TV, and I think the Twitch stream is maybe a minute or two behind. I just think that's due with the commercials and stuff, because when you see it on Twitch, they're probably going to be showing an Impact flashback. When you see it on the Pursuit Channel, it's about some hunting tool or hunting. Like I said, they need a fucking better TV deal. Like I said, I hope they work with the AEW or whatever the rumor is at right now. So we will see what goes on in the coming weeks. But they will be back in Mexico next week. This was the last of the the Asylum. I gotta say, crowd was lively though. Crowd was live, and they were in the product, and they loved what was going on. So I will say, I'll give the crowd a lot of credit. Really enjoyed their stance out there during the tapings and the pay-per-view for Homecoming. Hopefully Mexico does a great job next week in the crowd too, because I will say at least the crowd got a lot of these guys over, and they were really with Cage out there also. But I am done here, so comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about Impact Wrestling tonight. What did you think about the show? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know, but comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this show. Like I said, this will probably most likely be posted later on in the afternoon when this comes up. But I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace. This is another audio version. Maybe next time we'll do a video of it, okay? Just see how it comes out. But I am enjoying doing the audio thing, too. I am. I really am. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.